What's going on? How y'all doing today? My first video today is going to be about what I call the racist tactic of Trump trying to pick on Kamala Harris, trying to say that she's a leftist and she's um, horrible and all this. It's his whole take on Biden and whatnot. It's just a racist undertone, very sexist comments. Um, Kamala Harris ain't none of that. She's pretty much middle of the road. As a matter of fact, she's the cleanup woman. She's everything that he doesn't have on his side. I would not sit here and say Kamala Harris has showed me signs of being some liberal or something. Not even close, But the narrative to scare and to part blame and to say that, the kind of remarks calling her a communist and all this, I mean, he is so pathetic with his rhetoric that it's not even funny. And I don't know, he has a selective vision when he watches debates and stuff. He was horrible against Joe Biden. And that's the reason why you don't want to see a train wreck again. And he's delusional if he think he did anything. Pence and Harris pretty much canceled each other out. There wasn't nothing really. The Fly was the leading story. I mean, it really, pardon me, there's nothing to say at this particular point because by now you've already pretty much, if you've mostly been paying attention, all I do is say the coronavirus. That alone should tell you where you should go one way or the other, and who's been reckless and careless. So now if you know Kamala Harris's track record, she ain't hardly no leftist, communist, waving, and she's conservative overview. But he has to sell his narrative because he wants to throw, he throwing sprinkles. He said, well, Biden won't last 2 months. He won't say this and that and the other. He's saying this in a racist rhetoric way because, again, he hated having to come behind a black man, and the thought of a black woman being in a position scares him too. So he makes his subtle racist digs, and he always is kind of like circling around in that pivot. So he's way off about Kamala Harris in terms of her political identity. The truth is, if he had her on his squad, he would trade Pence for her in a heartbeat because her styling, if you follow, would be more in line with what he can't comprehend and put in comprehension. All right, well, that's my thoughts and takes about Trump's racist undertones about and sexist undertones about Kamala Harris. Give me your thoughts, your takes, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and people say anything when they ain't got nothing to say. I'm out.